Well, hello friends, Pat here again. I decided to stop by the old Harbor Freights and, well, throw the dice really. It is Harbor Freight. I got this 21-gallon air compressor. Now there's a reason why I had to buy this. And that is, and it goes back kind of far, but my dad was this guy's personal mechanic and my dad died. And his personal mechanic, or the guy that he was the personal mechanic for, never easily gave up his stuff. So, like, I don't have an impact gun, which my dad used to have. I used to have one of those impacts that has like the rocking forward and backward thing. I have one of those. I got a few things here. Like there's a grinder that I got, so we'll try that out. But keep in mind, those tools are... My dad's been dead for like 9 years now, so those tools haven't been used in at least like 12 or 13. Because obviously my dad wasn't working in the garage and he was sick. But yeah, this was $179 on sale. It usually goes for, I think it was listed for like $229 or something. So good deal. And I didn't even know it was on sale. I was just planning on picking up one anyway. So that's kind of cool. I also picked up some goodies. Let's see here. Got some oil. There's some people that have reviewed this on YouTube that said that they don't trust Harbor Freight's oil and decided to instead procure their own, which is fine. I didn't feel like going to like Sears or something like that to buy their oil, so we'll give that a shot. I also purchased some hex keys just because. Well, there's also the issue of torquing down the head bolts again, but we'll get to that in a minute. And I got some of these chisels for an air hammer, because I'm almost positive that somewhere over there's one my dad's like air hammer thing. My dad was all about like the Harbor Freight quality tools and stuff like that, so I think there's I'm almost positive there's one over there that that these will fit. So I know it's not exactly Snap-on, but let's give this a shot, shall we? Garage is still messy because I haven't finished cleaning yet, but at least there's standing room where they didn't used to be. So I've cleared out a space right here in the middle of the garage for me to open this box up and hopefully have enough room to assemble this thing. So let's give this a shot. I'm going to bend it over here. Okay, I opened up the bottom of the box and I laid it out with all four of the flaps down. Set my opening tool over here. Let's try to open this up here. See ya. Apologize, I'm sure that was a wild ride for you guys. Ugh, that was muddy because I had to drag it from my car. Ew, gross. Anyway, here it is. I'm impressed with the size of the thing. It's nice. Seems to be already mostly assembled. I figured it would be some assembly required type of deal. Oh, the handle isn't there in the bottom, so it's mostly assembled. Foam block on the cylinder head there. Scotty Kilmer here on YouTube swears by Harbor Freight tools. And, you know, some of them, you know, it's hit and miss at Harbor Freight, really. They do sell good, you know, brand name stuff if you go to the right areas. Like, they sell Goodyear branded air hoses. So that can't be bad if it's a rubber company making it. Watch, some guy that's an expert in pneumatic anything is going to be like, actually, Goodyear is like the worst. But, okay, let's see what's this. Start-up guide. Drain valve. Something. Well, we'll get to that. I'll set that aside here. But I know there's like a specific like break-in process for this. It involves like running it with the valves open for however many minutes. Let's see. Is there oil already in this? Looks like there's a little, maybe. Or maybe they stuck oil in it at the factory or something to test it, give it like a break-in test. Which, quality assurance at a Chinese manufacturer, that's funny. But, alright, well, Gauges are okay. I know some people told me that they've had a bad experience with the gauges. So, all right, let me finish unpacking this thing. I also forgot to mention that I got a free 2-year extended warranty with this too. I don't know if it comes with it or not, but the lady was like, "Hey, it's no charge," so I put it on there. And receipt's kind of interesting because you check it, like the math all says that I would have just paid $150, but hey, I appreciate them adding into the price. It's probably more like a, hey, we're Harbor Freight, this ain't probably going to break kind of warranty, but maybe I'm not giving them enough credit, so yeah, buddy, discount tools. Alright, I went ahead and I finished unpacking the top part there. I just went ahead and put the handle on. It's held on with 2 hex screws on either side. That was actually the reason why I bought this kit. It wasn't just for no reason. I have a Craftsman set around here somewhere, but I can't for the life of me remember where they're at, and they aren't labeled. I like these because they have the appropriate sizes. Not that I looked in the instructions and found out what the size was. I just held the screw up to each one in the row and tested it. So, tell you what though, this thing wasn't hard to get out of the box, but those fucking wheels, or excuse me, pardon my French, those flipping wheels were. So, let's put those on next. Wheels are on. The bolts that hold them on are just finger tight, but it is mobile. She does roll around. So now let's get to putting some oil in this thing. I was looking at the instructions here to see if I had to retorque down the head bolts or anything like that. So it doesn't say that I had to, but I went around and just gave them another snug down. They weren't loose at all. One guy said that his was kind of alarmingly loose on one corner. I didn't have that problem, mine were tight, but now I'm going to do the air filter, which, let's see how cheap this is. Unpackaging with one hand. I think that's why unboxing videos are so popular on YouTube, because you gotta, if a guy doesn't have a tripod, he has to try to unbox things with one hand. It's entertaining to watch. Alright. Yep, it's cheap. It's just a piece of foam inside of this box here. I think if the thread pattern is similar to other air compressors, I'll get a good one eventually, but for the moment, this will do. I went looking for a screwdriver to undo the oil cap thing, drain bolt thing, and in the process, I found my air hammer. So that's good. That's another tool to test. In addition to review, is sort of like a maybe reviving air tools kind of deal. So we'll give that a shot if this whole compressor deal works out. I shall now, with one hand, attempt to undo the drain bolt and film it and catch it with this mug. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to happen. See you in a minute. Well, a little bit is dribbling out of there. I'm going to bend it back and see if I can get more out, but it doesn't appear to be full per se. That's the oil that came out of it. Is it supposed to be black like that? I don't know. Anyway, put the drain plug back in. Getting ready to put some more, or put some fresh of the official Central Pneumatic brand Arl in it. So let's see how that goes. Well, I turned it towards the light here. I only have one good light source in the garage, but based on that, I've got her filled just perfect. So, great. Well, I know it's not recommended. I know I'm supposed to plug that directly into the wall, but I've got it connected to a power strip, which has a built-in fuse that might blow instantly. And I've got it connected to the wall here, which that fuse might blow instantly. Because this power system in here blows. Wait. There's a socket over there. Hold on a second. Okay, never mind. This thing is actually on its own circuit. So I totally forgot that outlet was back there. There used to be this fridge right here plugged into it, but it's not anymore. So yeah, and that's actually different than the circuits over there. And so I'm thinking if it can do a fridge, it can probably do an air compressor. But look at this big honking cord, man. It's beefy. But anyway, I stuck a male end to the female coupler there because I have plenty of those laying around. I just don't have actual air tools, well, aside from the two that I showed you. But I'm not looking forward to this because I'm told this thing is super loud. So there's supposed to be a 30-minute break-in time. It's full of oil. I gave the head bolts a little tightened down, so let's give this a try here. I'm looking in through the garage door window. It seems to be going okay. I probably shouldn't be leaving it unattended, but I don't feel like sitting out here in the enclosed garage and listening to it break in. It's actually not that loud from the inside, so I'll check back here. It's about 15 minutes right now. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. I'm going to go in there and shut it off. That feels warm. Well, I still managed to build up some pressure because this is like going on a full minute after I shut it off. Oh, here it is, getting me in here, but there's still air coming out of it way after I turned it off, and it's not unplugged or anything. But yeah, so even with that thing on there, it was still building up pressure. And I pulled the air release here to speed up the process. So, all right, let's go over it real fast and make sure it's not leaking or anything. I don't think it is. I think it did good. Ooh, she got a little warm. Not hot per se, but well, a little warm. Let's see. Tank's warm also, probably as a result of the air going through the pump. I'm not seeing any leaks of any kind. Oil is still, well, oil level went down a little bit actually, but I think I'm gonna change it again since that break-in. So it's probably a good idea. Just like a car, you would on the car after you break it in. After X amount of miles, you change the oil. So let's do that. well, it's probably not going to turn out on camera, but there are some sparkles floating in there, so it's a good thing I probably changed the oil again. I'll go ahead and I'll fill her back up. Done. Filled back up. Okay, I went ahead and I ran it again until it was full. I shut it off so that I could talk while we're testing out some of these tools. Now the second part of this video is sort of like about trying to get old air tools working again. I pulled my local car club on our forum, columbusracing.com, about what I should do because these tools are pretty old. So they said, you know, put some oil in it, obviously, and hook it up and see what happens. Now I don't have any lines that have those fittings on them yet. I have actual air line, but it doesn't have the quick releases and whatnot on it. So I rigged up a blowgun to work, but I'm going to try to stick this right into the compressor just so we can test it. I'm going to take the chisel out so I don't kill myself. Okay, I dribbled some of the fine Central Pneumatic oil into there. I don't know how much, but maybe a half a spoonful. I don't know. and it went down in there, so either nothing's going to happen because it's seized solid, or it's going to work just fine. So let's see. So here's the ghetto test setup that I've got. I just got it hanging on the line here. Let me just crank this up. Nothing. She makes noises, but I don't hear any hammering noises. Well, I guess that one's a fail. I suppose I could try to unseize it, but I'm almost positive that's the problem is it's seized up. Let's try that die grinder. Same deal with this one. Dribbled some of the fine Central Pneumatic oil into this, and we'll hook it up and see what happens. Okay, got it stuck in there. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that one works. Sweet. Can't complain about that. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. One guy was saying that his cord got really hot. Mine never got even warm to the touch, so I don't know if he had an extension cord or something and he was pulling a whole bunch of amps through it and that was making it get hot, but I had mine plugged directly into the wall and mine didn't even get warm. So that's just a little side note there. So I think I'm going to stick this in to empty out the tank. I went ahead and I charged it up to its full pressure. But yeah, I mean, appears to work okay. So let's stick that in there. Well, I finished emptying all the air out of it using this thing and the release thing right here, which hurts the fuck out of my fingers, so I try to avoid that as much as possible. But when I pulled that, some moisture definitely came out, so I'm going to get an air dryer and stuff for this to stick on the end there, and he'll keep all the tools, but it was a pleasant surprise that that worked. I was kind of expecting the hammer not to work because it has more moving parts, but yeah, so not exactly a review since I don't really have any good tools to test with it yet. I plan on getting a impact gun and all that. I think somebody was selling a lot of tools, a lot of air tools, as in like a group of air tools here in Columbus on Craigslist, so I might hit that guy up and buy those. He had like a 3/8 air ratchet and a 1/4 inch impact, so or excuse me, 1/2 inch impact, so yeah, don't think of it as a review. Think of it more as a first look, but so far so good. I mean, I checked all around here. I'm wondering if I should give these another tighten down, but the only one downside is pump's kind of noisy. I've heard other people say that. I'm wondering if there's a way I can quiet it down, but the gauges, I heard some people complain about the gauges. The gauges were fine to me. I mean, they're okay. They're not perfect, but you know, what can I say? $180 air compressor, 21-gallon air compressor, I should say. So, yeah, well, I'll give it another look when I get some good tools in. But so far, so good. So, thanks for watching. Twitter.com/MegamanExe, YouTube.com/MegamanEXeV2. See you later. Oh yeah, quick question for the commenters. Should I store it with the tank open, like using this thing to keep air from building up in it, or should I just leave it with nothing on it? I'll leave it off for right now since that's the way it came from the store, but yeah, leave a comment below. Thanks.